Welcome to MANTA'S video, and here's today's top 10. Enjoy.
Okay, welcome people. Welcome to another installment of MANTA'S video, MANTA'S top 10. Today, we got a special feature, and joining the show for the first time is my homeboy Ian Boyce. He'll be back to do his own top 10, but this right now is going to be 80s and 90s, our 80s and 90s go-to movies that me and him love. That's told through by Ian Boyce and your boy, truly Black Manta. So we're going to hop this right off. We're going to start with the 90s, and we're going to do number 10. And there's a reason that we're doing our number 10 movie, because this movie was released in 1991 on this very date as this recording is, on March 8th. Well, I took my homegirl Tracy for her birthday to see it. Her birthday today. Happy birthday, Tracy. Yes. And that is New Jack City.
Yes.
Everybody knows about New Jack City. In the hood, everywhere you go to, New Jack City was classic. And right off the top of your head, Ian, what set it off for you? Haha, no pun intended. What set it off for you that made New Jack City stick out in your mind?
Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes, his whole character, Nino Brown. Nino Brown was something else, man. He was him and Alan Payne together. They were the perfect team in that movie. They went back and forth on each other. They showed how they rose from little street, you know what I mean, like street deals, and then they just took over the Carter.
Yeah, the Carter. Yeah, they had the Carter. And everybody loved the crazy Nino Brown hairdo. Yeah. They was always fascinated with that. And you had people like you had Chris Rock in there. Yeah. You had Ice-T. You had
classic.
Yeah, Mario Van Peebles. Yes. Yeah, it was a good thing. It's his movie. And of course Judd Nelson. Yeah, he did his thing in that movie too. Yes, it was beautiful. It was just, it's like one of them. It was one of the first movies that came out that hit hard, where everybody was like, "This joint's gritty," and whatnot. And and then the Dudder Man. Rest in peace to my boy, Bill Nunn. Yep.
And you know the classic scene that everybody knows that Martin Lawrence made famous years later on Martin. The classic scene when Nino calls everybody out to the to the mansion, because when they had to burn down the Carter.
You let that motherfucker infiltrate.
If you have been handling your business.
If I what?
Classic, man. That movie has so many classic lines that me and Craig go back and forth with all the time.
Sit your $5 ass down.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Rockabye, baby.
Anytime it's on, if I'm scrolling through the channels and that's on, I stop right there.
To the movie on in charge. We'd be here forever talking about that movie. But New Jack City, a classic. That's one of our 90s, me and Ian's go-tos. So that's coming in at number 10. Number 9, we had to throw a under the radar, powerful movie still. Arnold Schwarzenegger had a million movies, but one of the movies that we liked from the 90s that came in was Total Recall. Total Recall. See you at the party, Victor.
Yes. Copenhagen, you got what you want. Give those people air.
Yeah,
I love Arnold movies.
Yeah.
Arnold is the man. I love Arnold. All his movies, especially back then, classic.
Yeah, it had our boy Benny.
Yes.
Benny's the name. I got 5 starving kids.
Yes.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, like I said, Michael Ironside is Victor. Victor, he was great.
Sharon
Stone was in that. That was early on for her.
Yeah, she was young.
Yeah, she was a young cutie. She's still hanging in there. But it had a lot of lines. It was a real good movie. One of my favorite joints is when they trying to get him to try to convince him that he's in recall right now. But he's not, and the dude comes in and was like, if you do this, that, and the other, you'll be lobotomized, and yada, yada, yada. And then Arnold sees that boy sweating, and he's like, yeah, he spits to me, like, boom! Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then Sharon Stone got mad and all that stuff. But that's a classic right there, Total Recall. Our famous joint. We'd be remiss without saying this. Get your ass to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars. Oh, yeah, Total Recall. A great movie from 1990, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we know Arnold did a billion movies. He'll be back on other lists coming up at some point, rest assured. And now we go from an action adventure in space to a house party. What?
Yes,
house party. Oh, man, Kid and Play was on the map doing their thing.
Yes. Yes, their first movie. It was classic movie. It was the perfect time for a movie like that because we was all experiencing house parties back then.
Yep.
And house party was the perfect element. It captured what we were living back then in 1990, right?
Yeah. And what I love about it, it was like, oh my God, it had a lot of talent in the movie. A lot of people was up and coming and whatnot. And rest in peace, of course, to Robin Harris, because he was on his way to do crazy things. Oh man, he was test tube, baby, all that stuff. They never had no problem finding you. They just follow the drifts, follow the drifts.
He said, hey, pal, where you going? I'm minding my business. I'm where the fuck I'm going. Shit. Boyd, Winarski.
Oh, that's great. I don't care if Marvin Gaye gonna be there.
Yes. He stole so many scenes in that movie, man.
And yo, we always tripped about, first of all, kid got in trouble for the Jello fruit cup and whatnot. And I'm like, they sent a letter home and it got there the same day. Where they do that at? I'm like, what are they doing? And that boy got in mad trouble. That joint was crazy. I went to see House Party a couple of times in the movie. Full Force, they did a great job as being the bad guys.
Especially when kid tried to throw that jello at them. They was real scared about that. They thought they was getting ready to shoot a machine gun.
Yeah, no nothing but Jello.
They was supposed to be all tough and they was scared of
You want to kick your fucking ass.
So many classic lines from that. Once again, classic lines from that movie that we still go back and forth with till this day.
Yep.
House Party's classic.
Yep. And all right, well, coming in at number 7, another movie from cable. A lot of these movies from the 80s for sure. We're going into the 80s now. And we like, they've always been on cable. Our cable favorites. And this was a movie. This was Night of the Comet.
Yes.
And Night of the Comet was about basically when everybody got disintegrated unless you were in like a metal container cabinet somewhere where you were shielded.
Yeah, they were all supposed to watch the comet that night.
Yeah, and they all went outside and got zapped.
Yeah.
Just like when the fools went up on the joint on Independence Day. Let's see what's going on. Shabloom! Night of the Comet was it had classic stuff from the 80s. It had my girl in it from she's in the movie that's on this list, and I might reference it later. I don't want to give it away, but she was also in that movie for a little bit. Mm-hmm. But Night of the Comet, the classic movie. I loved it. Can't say much more on it. It's just a movie that if you didn't see it, you need to watch it.
Yeah, it's good. It's not over the top. It's perfect. It was, and the characters is, they all were perfect together. Like they met the what's name? Who was it? Julio was that?
The fake ass Eric Estrada mug. Yeah, that's who that boy was.
Yeah, he was Eric Estrada all day.
Yeah, that was cool. And it had my boy in it. Michael Bowen, that boy from a couple other movies. He was in Adventures in Babysitting. Yeah. Talk about an honorable mention. That's one ain't on the list. Adventures in Babysitting is the shit.
We love.
Yeah, we're going to have to go back and talk about that as we move on. Okay, and now our number 6 movie from 1988. What more can you say about this movie? Coming to America. Classic. Eddie Murphy at his finest. I might say this is Eddie Murphy's best movie.
I might agree with that.
Yeah, because there's nothing wrong. You rock through that whole movie. Oh my God, John Amos was wonderful.
Everybody was wonderful.
Everybody was on the
perfect cast. Arsenio
Simi. Oh man.
Yes.
You had all kinds of little stuff. The McDowell's versus McDonald's and all that.
Yes. Who comes up with stuff like that? I mean, that's just great. That's just great writing right there for Eddie. And then back in the day to come up with all the stuff they did that movie. It's just excellent. You
got Samuel L. Jackson in there for a minute, coming through trying to rob.
Trying to rob the place.
Yeah. Oh, and then what was I about to say? Oh, the tie-in. Everybody was like blown away with the tie-in to Trading Places.
Yes.
Oh, with Warren Randolph. Oh my God.
Yes. James Earl Jones.
Yep. Yeah. Classic movie, one of my favorites of all time. Coming to America. Where you can't go wrong. Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah. How many characters did Eddie play in that movie?
He played quite a few.
And Arsenio. They both were playing multiple people in that movie. And they were all.
He ain't lying. He whipped Joe Lewis's ass.
Gilligan.
That's my shit right there.
Sexual chocolate.
Coming to America, a great movie. And yo, it's hard. It's just like when you go through the 80s. You can't go through the 80s without saying Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna. When you talk about music and this and the other, you can't go through the 80s when you're talking about movies without talking about Eddie Murphy.
He was in his
bag. So back with Eddie Murphy again, coming in number 5 is The Golden Child.
Another movie we love.
Oh man. Oh, we love The Golden Child.
Golden Child doesn't get enough love neither.
It don't.
That's a good Eddie Murphy movie. People don't give it enough love, but that's underrated. That's another Eddie Murphy classic. He has some good classic funny stuff in that movie, man.
You have no idea who I am.
And what's the girl's name?
You're
Charlotte
Nuncy. Yeah,
she was beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
she was. Yes. And then of course, can I have a knife?
I said,
Make him ask again.
Make him ask.
Yeah. Monty Hall. He's like, I see what's going. There's a ground, Monty. There's a ground. Yo, there ain't no ground.
Only the man whose ass is narrow enough to fit down this stairwell right here.
Oh man, yeah, Golden Child is classic. And I love the joint at the end. He was like, yo, we should put you on a show like Star Search and have you like throwing rocks up there at me, and then make the rocks go over there and hit Ed McMahon hard.
Yes.
Yo, that's a good movie, and it's funny because that movie has a few characters in other, a few actors that's in other movies. As a matter of fact, our next movie, that we're going to talk about now, number 4, has a few actors from Golden Child, and that's Big Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in Little China, the little Asian dude is back as Egg Chen, and then also Peter Hong is in this as well, and he was also in Golden Child. Big Trouble in Little China, great movie where you have Kurt Russell acting like he's a hero, but he's really like offbeat. He ain't really the hero. He is and he ain't. We got beautiful Kim Cattrall at the time doing her thing and whatnot. Oh yeah. Classic movie. John Carpenter, of course, and John Carpenter and Kurt Russell have collaborated quite a few times. But this movie's a classic movie. Great, I love it, and I'm saying classic a lot because hey.
And what year was that? What year did Big Trouble in Little China go?
Was that 86, I believe?
I'll say 85, 86.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But Big Trouble in Little China, we watched that out in the backyard a few times.
MANTA'S video, where dreams are found.
What more can you say? John Carpenter's the classic guy, made good movies. In Big Trouble in Little China, what won't come out no more? I love it. All that stuff is good. This is me and Sean's movie. Me and Sean have a lot of little references to this movie.
What was the guys he was fighting? The enemies. The one with the.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. You had. They were called.
I can't remember.
They were called the Storms. Okay. It was rain, thunder, and clouds. Okay. Yeah, they were the Storms, and that's who he was battling. And everybody used to always say, "Yo, that was Raiden back in the day before Raiden got here."
Good stuff. 80s, man. People, if you're not up on your 80s movies, you need to get up on it, man. The 80s was the shit.
And coming in, 1981, Richard Pryor. You can't go wrong with Richard Pryor. This is Bustin' Loose. Yeah, funny movie. Oh my God, Cicely Tyson, and Richard Pryor. He's a convict, and he gets tasked to take this beat up bus. He told him the bus was supposed to not work, but she said make the bus work, and they took the bus and they went down.
And drive all the way across country from Philadelphia all the way to Seattle, Washington.
Yup. And then he had to deal with these kids. You had the Asian chick who had some issues. Yes. She'd been messed around with. Yeah. You had the blind kid. You had the black kid, and you had the one kid that was obsessed with fire, and you had a girl with Dakota, the big girl.
Gotta go pee.
Yeah. Let the bear pee in the woods. You got her with that. You got the guy who said, "You promised to take me fishing."
Yes.
You take me fishing.
The black kid who kept trying to fight one.
He said, "Yo, man, where's your wallet?"
What? Give me my wallet, man. I stick your ass. He had that knife. I stick him.
I seen you gonna get it on yet. Yeah, that, and then And then the dude, the fire, and another dude was like, I can drive.
Yeah, the blind one was the one that wanted to drive.
The blind one wanted to drive, and the other dude was setting fire. He's like, yo, man, cut me a break, man. That's just like $5 worth of hay. He said the hay and whatnot. You remember when he was like, yeah, I'm the bad, I'm Joe Braxton. Ain't nobody mess with me. Yeah,
I'm Joe Braxton.
Yeah, and then the KKK was behind him.
Walking up behind him.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Yeah, Busted Loose was good. Oh, and shout out to, rest in peace, Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney was in there at the very beginning. He was his boy, and he was getting all nervous when they was trying to rob a place.
Yeah, Paul Mooney was in Richard Pryor was tight, but he brought a lot of Richard Pryor stuff back in the day.
Yep. Bustin' Loose, comical.
Yes,
comical.
That's probably my favorite Richard Pryor movie. Bustin' Loose.
And then coming in at number 2 from 1985.
Classic.
Weird Science.
Just watched it the other day.
Doom. Of course, Anthony Michael Hall. Doing his thing.
Yes,
Ian.
Kelly LeBrock, Ian.
Ian. Yeah, Kelly LeBrock. Oh, man, I was all about Kelly LeBrock back then.
And our boy who stole the movie, Paxton.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton.
Man, Bill Paxton. Anything he was ever in, he always shined. And
Wyatt,
Paxton was
you up yet? We don't even know what that is, but that's what we say.
He was the best in that movie as Wyatt. He played Wyatt's brother.
He said, "Hi, Manny," and he was like, "The boys was in there chewing," and she turned into a pile of shit.
Yeah, supposed.
Oh my God, that was terrible. And you got Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, right.
And they was just clowning those. They was just clowning those boys.
Yeah.
The whole time. Yeah, it was everybody seen Weird Science. Weird Science, another cable favorite.
Yes.
Classic.
They still show it to this day. I watched it yesterday. Yes, love Weird Science.
I do too. Like, you can't go wrong with Weird Science. But then when it came, he's like, oh, here's Bob's part. He's like, yeah, what would you like to drink?
Yeah.
He said, oh, give me the whole bottle. He said, how about I just shove it up your ass?
I'll give you the whole bottle. I'll shove it straight up your ass. On the rocks is fine. That's what I thought your ass said.
Yeah. Classic movie, Weird Science.
Bill Paxton. He comes home and he's like, you have any ideas snowing in my room, goddammit?
All kinds of classic stuff. These movies are just great. Okay, now, coming in at number 1 is a great movie from the 80's.
84.
And it's going to be a hell of a summer. And that's Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes, rest in peace to our boy.
Yeah, Carradine just passed away recently.
Passed away a week ago.
Yeah, so Revenge of the Nerds, Panty Raid, what do you want to say? Oh, man, talk about TNA. Yes. This is bullshit. Pan down.
Yeah, I want Bush.
We've
got Bush.
And all right, Booger was the man.
Hey guys, we got dates.
They was like, yo, we got
Judy's gonna invite the Omega Moose over. Oh, no, not the Moose. Yeah, they're a bunch of pigs.
Love it. Oh, you had the Moose. You had
Why did they call you Booger?
I don't know. Yeah, and you had my boy. What's his name?
He's the only one that got dates is Lamar. Yeah, but that's for the guy.
Yeah, I love Booger, and you have Gilbert. Yeah, Gilbert did his thing. Oh, and then you have Wormser. He was the smart mug that did all the other stuff. Wormser was classic.
Ogre.
Oh yeah. That's my pie. That's why. Yeah. That movie was good. Lambda, and
the Omega Moose.
Yeah, so they got that all taken care of. You had John Goodman in there.
Oh yeah, I forgot Goodman was in there. You
He's
just
the
got
coach.
your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds. Nerds. If I was you, I'd do something about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Then he, Carradine, he wound up getting the girl. She didn't even know he had the Darth Vader joint on, right? And he was like, nah, I'm keeping this joint on. He went down on girl and was like, oh man, what? We doing that now? Yeah. That's crazy. That's classic. But that's basically that list. But while we talking about it, we're gonna talk about a few forgotten classics that we didn't mention in our list. One being Adventures in Babysitting.
Yes.
That should be on this list somewhere. We love that movie.
That's a classic 80's movie. The 80's was, like I said, I keep saying 80's was the shit. Don't sleep on your 80's movies. If you have, you get up on them. Cause I'm going to be
doing a 80's one at some point. All 80's, all like you know, one of those all those cable movies we watched back in the day that was good. A little bit of TNA, a little bit of this and that and the other. Most movies had to have that to be made. You know what I mean? That's what we was dealing with.
The gratuitous nudity scenes. Yes.
Is there any other movies that come off the top of your head while we're talking about the 80s movies that we liked?
Yeah, we got The Breakfast Club. Classic.
Oh yeah, basically John Hughes.
Yes.
Yeah, all that John Hughes stuff. Yeah.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes.
I'm a Pretty in Pink dude. I love Pretty in Pink. What about Prom? Yeah. What about Prom? 16 Candles, of course.
16 Candles. Yes. John Hughes was amazing. He had that those high school buddy movies. He had that on lock. He knew exactly what to make when it came to those type of high school movies. He knew exactly where to go on those movies. They were good. Mannequin. Is that Mannequin's 80s?
Yeah,
right?
Mannequin. Yeah.
Mannequin. That's a good 80s movie.
Yep. We got Yeah, but we'll come back and do more lists. While I got Ian here right now, I'll tell you he'll be doing was it better than the first or not? Sequels. Yeah. We got sequels. Basically, explain to Ian what your list is basically is about.
Basically, I was just racking my brain trying to think of movies where I love the originals, and the sequels were also just as good as the originals. Couple might be better than the originals. So because it's hard. A lot of sequels are usually they live a lot to desire.
Yeah, they usually tank it.
I came up with a little list that I think, and a couple of some honorable mentions too. I think where the first one and the second one balance each other. They're both just as good. Just a little something.
All right, well, that's cool. So we're gonna wrap this installment of Manta's video up and whatnot. But stay tuned for more videos. It's good to have my boy Ian right here, me pounding here. All right, yo, brother. Fist pump. We'll be seeing you soon. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching this episode of Manta's Video. I am, in fact, the curator of Camp Crystal Lake and the proprietor of Manta's Video. So until next time, I'm out.